What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man, George.
What's up, guys? How you living out there, man? Shout out to the free thinkers, of course, man.
Man, Tobe Nwigwe, man. Shout out to Toby, man.
Shout out to Toby,
Dude, he
man.
making some moves right now.
Very proud of what this dude is doing,
Man.
Yeah.
And a couple years ago, I think we did Jockin' by him,
Yes.
which we thoroughly enjoyed. And I think we played a snippet of the video where he was saying Erica Badu kind of shouted him out.
Yep.
Right?
Miss Badu said I was dope or something like that.
You know, which was
I don't know if we
and
did
he
that
made a
on
whole
camera or
song.
behind the scenes, but we've heard that before.
Right.
And,
he made a
we
whole
did
song.
the Sway freestyle.
Yeah. And the dude is just hot, man. I mean, we really want to kind of touch this new song, Eat by him, man, because we just really rock with him, man, and we really think that he's doing something good for music, man.
Good for music, man. And he dropped this album, Cinco Originals, in August of last year. And we've been meaning to get to him. I think you guys had requested Father Figure with him, Black Thought, Royce da 5'9".
Yeah.
We already heard that. We heard that thoroughly, and I don't know. It just didn't feel genuine for us to do that, knowing that we heard the shit. You know what I'm saying? And we could have did a review, but we just wanted to do something that we hadn't touched off the new album. And getting back to what we were saying, man, we say that we're proud of him because we kind of caught him when he was on Sway. Shout out to Sway in the morning, man. Sway has always been ahead of the curve with getting the guys who are really about the purity, I would say, of rap and just getting people who just care about their craft.
Because Sway could really just do popular artists only.
Absolutely.
And so could we now.
Yep.
Really, if we really wanted to.
Absolutely.
You know?
We could, you know. And shout out to Eminem as well for having that platform because that's the thing. You know what I mean? Sway and Eminem look to Sway for having that type of platform to showcase artists just like that. That's specifically what he wanted to do, man.
Yep.
So I'm happy that Sway discovered him. Guys like Oswin Benjamin, Sean Smith,
yes, sir.
You know, Chris Rivers, all these guys. Shout out to all those dudes that Sway has been trying to kind of get some to shed some light on. All right, let's get into it. Tobe Nwigwe, Eat.
Oh. So it's, look. I eat beats, watch me dining, shining. I illuminate the rooms that I'm in, timing. Low-key ain't more crucial than alignment. That's why the flow is intertwined with both and I'm defiling every beat I'm on, even though I know it's wrong to treat rappers like a napkin after I pissed on commodes. Then I wipe what's on the toilet, can't decipher if you know that my life is tied to giving hoodlums life despite the hoes that their sights are fixed upon and give them pipe out of control. But the plight we abide in has almost wiped our frontal lobe of our heritage. Rare kids like me who grew up savage, they got embarrassed when they went to their partner crib and seen they mattress had a bed frame. Shout out to those who told me Toby was a pet name.
First of all, man, you know, Ryan, man, what we just like, it's just sometimes you just like the person, you know, his beliefs, what he's about, you know, how he came into this when he said, I make purpose, I'm here to make purpose popular, or something like that. His quote. That's what we love about him. You know what I'm saying? Obviously he can rap. Obviously he's nice. But it's just what he stands for, I think, is just good for the world. It's specifically good for people who come from where he comes from.
That's true.
These urban environments. He's trying to show you. He says it all the time in his lyricism, man, that it's about adhering to sort of character-defining things. It's about, you know, uplifting his community. But also, you know, staying true to who he is, but while uplifting his community. You know, and understanding the plight of his community. You know, it's about family. It's about, integrity. All these things that he sort of is about, I think is a beautiful thing, man. And we want that to be cool. We want that to be popular. And he wants that to be cool and popular.
I agree, man. And Toby, man, one word comes to mind when I think about Tobe Nwigwe, and it's disruption. Everything he's doing is to disrupt what's currently going on in the state of music, I believe. Because he's totally defying what we see as popular. What we see as popular is, diamonds and chains and watches and women everywhere shaking their ass and this and that. He is totally disrupting that continuity, right? He's got his family, like you said, in here. Obviously, he's a little abstract. You can see it, but I think it's all purposeful because he wants to grab your attention. This is way different from what I'm used to seeing, and it still can be fly. Different can be fly. Being a family man can be fly. You know,
it should be.
Yes, that's the way it should be, right? But again, we need a reset, so to speak, and that's kind of what I'm seeing from Toby. I think it's just he's trying to disrupt the system. And I think he's doing a good job. Whether you like it or not is irrelevant, but the dude is skillful, and he could go that popular mainstream route. It's not that he can't do it. You know what I'm saying? He could do it, but he's trying to disrupt the system. That's kind of what I love it. So
in lines like when he said specifically here, he said, I illuminate the rooms that I'm in, timing, low key, ain't more crucial than alignment, right? When he says the word alignment, he means being maybe spiritually aligned, right? Maybe being ready for the moment and having a plan for yourself. Let's get back to it, man. Loving what he's doing.
Give them pipe out of control, but the plight we abide in has almost wiped our frontal lobe of our heritage. Rare kids like me who grew up savage, they got embarrassed when they went to their partner crib and seen they mattress had a bed frame. Shout out to those who told me Toby was a pet name. Tobe Nwigwe is my correct name. Praise God for follies of my colleagues that embody everything I overcame, blowing that ganji to suppress pain. Oh. But I was weak though, so on occasion purple haze would keep me warmer than a peacoat. Debo shouldn't be what you portray when you placebo, but now my flow the cheat code. Every bar is worth a kilo, every bar is worth a kilo, every bar is worth a.
Wanted to touch though, man. Yeah, his flow's the cheat code. He said though.
Yeah.
The line I like here is he said, my life is tied to giving hoodlums life, despite the holes that the sights are fixed upon to give them pipe out of control. But the plight we abide in is almost wiped our frontal lobe. You know what I mean? So when he says the plight, it means the struggle, right? The struggle that the sort of, I don't want to say the tried and true, but the sort of, we've heard the story, right? Young kids growing up in the hood, some of the struggles that come along with that, has sort of completely blinded us to what any sort of cultural progression. Yeah, it's wiped our frontal lobe, maybe of history, of understanding, of just basic sort of consciousness of who you are, the world around you. Right. You know what I mean? So it's just been completely dominated by things that are sort of counterproductive, right? All right, let's get back to it.
Every bar is worth a kilo, every bar is worth a kilo, Tobe Nwigwe is my correct name.
Yeah, look, hit the ground running like a halfback. Mad black, P365 in my knapsack. Blast that, all who tried to harm me, I don't scrap that. I dropped 2 kids and I still snap back. Yeah, had to have these girls don't think my pen dead. Hard to sleep on me like a twin bed. Was broke, now I ball like a skinhead. You only get one shot, that's what Slim said. Only had one wish, worth the Ray J to vacate. Anything that gave way to poverty. You could tell I move with sovereignty. Obviously, I'm an anomaly. Every bar I speak a novelty. Yeah, we don't ride the wave, we create it. This how we made it to Beyonce playlist. Toby used to have some more big faces. But now we got it crib with open spaces. And I got it crib with open faces. Marco basic. Been influenced by the city with the spaceships. Never going back to.
What you said right
there.
That
was super creative though too, man. I love the way he brought his wife in it. That's his wife, by the way. And he's making family look beautiful, right? And she had a couple little bars there where she said, I had 2 kids, but my body snapped back, But it's almost a beauty to it that's not crass. Does it make sense? Don't get me wrong. I mean, if you watch our videos, especially on our reactions, man, there's some hood shit that I love. Don't get me wrong. That's always on the playlist. So, but there's a place for that as well. Toby is showing me and the world that, dude, there's a beauty in rapping with grace. And that's kind of what I'm seeing what they're doing, with this video and the creativeness in the video. And you can see Toby
the aesthetic.
like encouraging her to be great. Did you see that? He's like, he's embellishing it, but it's get your shit off. It's beautiful for you to get your shit off.
I support you. I got your back.
Yeah,
right? We're in this together. And just to kind of touch on what you were saying, Ryan, I mean, when you talk about sort of it's not as crass, Toby completely embraces all of that, though, because he specifically said, I do it for the hoodlums or whatever the case may be up top. But there is a level of sort of wisdom and understanding that he has that, like, I understand this. I understand the plight, but here's how let's do better.
This is how we can maneuver.
Right. Let's do better. Like, this is the next step. That's the best way I can think of it. Is like Toby, to me, I think he's showing us what the next step is for rap. Because I feel like we've heard all the street tales, right? We've heard we've heard the club shit, right? What's the next step for rap to evolve? And I think that's why it's so important to support artists like this, man. But one thing I want people to pay attention to before we get back to the song is that a lot of like great rappers came into the game with their own sound, right?
Yeah,
they came into the game with their own sound and way of rapping. And I feel like that's what he's bringing.
Yes.
His own sound, the aesthetic, the way they dress, the dancing in the videos, these sort of off-kilter beats, which I'm trying to figure out if I like, if I'm being honest, right? but still appreciate because it's different and he's trying to just push boundaries in his own way, right? All of this is his shit. You know what I mean? And when we look at people that came into the game with their own waves, they for the most part, historically, they were very, very successful. Right? When it was something that was completely groundbreaking. So let's get back to it.
Toby used to have some open cases. But now we got a crib with open spaces. And I got a crib with open faces. Fuck on basic. Been influenced by the city with the spaceships. Never going back to the gray ship or the spaceship. I'm about to be on the first name basis with Beyonce. Yeah, I'm about to be on the first name basis with Beyonce.
Boys to men, word to Wanye. Whole hood screaming, Tobe, don't go Kanye. Einstein chasing with the flow, doing grande. One through the bubble quaggy on your head is what my mom say. Gorilla on the beat, I go Harambe. Stacey Adams head to toe on my prom day. 2 kids, life wilder than Deontay. Boy, down trying to get a verse from Andre. I done been with Mighty Duck.
You know his live shows. We're going to finish it up, but I just wanted to say that real quick. You know his live shows are probably incredible, though. And I think I've heard a few people talk about the experience. Because it's more of an experience.
It is.
You know, with them. Just the everything. Just artistically how they carry out their ideas is incredible, man. So salute to him. But that's because I'm getting hyped up, right?
Yeah, man.
You know, him amping his wife up and him doing the and all that.
It's cool.
It's cool.
Boy, down trying to get a verse from Andre. I done been with Mighty Duck. But my baby mama swan, Aphrodite done. If it's an issue, pack a pistol, keep it tightly tucked. Cause they'll try to early dismiss you on your nightly run. Or your daily run. Either way, it's tragedy. Please don't try to take my life, that's a catastrophe. On my soul, ain't no hoe in my anatomy. And I put it on everything like Tony Sashery.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. You know, that was just a good time, man.
I enjoyed that.
And I'm looking at the album here, George, and Eat is the first cut on the album. And I think it's fitting, man. And I think this song is more like, I don't want to say victory lap, because I think he has so much more to give us, man.
Oh, yeah.
And we're just seeing the beginning of stages of what he has to give us on a mainstream level. But I do think it's like a... I can breathe now. You know, people finally I'm starting to make some waves out here. I'm starting to get some momentum and people are actually appreciating what I have to offer and I don't have to sacrifice my sound. So that's kind of what I feel like this song is. And then when I look at the video and I see them having a good time, man, and I see the way, even the way they're dressed, man, it almost takes you back to, it almost feels like it's taking me back to like the roots of Africa. I've never been to Africa, but the videos that I've seen from Africa, man, it just seems like it's all about celebration. It's more celebratory. It's more like be thankful for what you have, so to speak, even if you don't have a lot. And I kind of feel like that foundation is always going to keep Toby grounded. Yeah. I feel like he's going to always embody that. In everything that he does. Because you can kind of see that he's always keeping that at the forefront of his projects. And I think it's beautiful, man. I just think it's beautiful. And you said something in the last pause, George, that I kind of want to touch on. I don't know if I'm in love with his beat selections either, you know, because it's so different, you know, and kind of what we do on this channel, we always try to push ourselves to get out of our comfort zone. One thing that Toby does for me is always pushing me to get out of my comfort zone all the time. But the difference between Toby and other things that I kind of may not like initially is I know he can rap. And I know there's songs of his that I do like, beat, everything, flow, everything. So when I listen to Toby, I'm always, I know that he's going to give me something different that I'm not used to hearing, but he's never going to sacrifice the bars. He's being creative and being fun enough that it can at least keep you immersed in what he's doing, even if it's not, you know, your cup of tea, so to speak. Yep. So I said all that to say, man, I don't love the song, but as far as for me playing it on a playlist, you know, in regards to a playlist, but I do love the songs and what it represents and what he's trying to do for music. I just think he's just dope, man. And I really hope people can get behind him, man, and check out a lot of his
at least give him
music.
a shot. Toby, is just even beyond music, man. I just think there's certain artists that are just good for the world, and they care about more than just selling records, right? There is a purpose beyond music that I think he represents. So you want that to win, right? One thing I want to do is shout out Andre 3000, man. You know, seeing artists like this really make me appreciate the artists that came before him and just how important being just their influence was. Because what Andre 3000 did was similar to what Toby is doing. He reminds me of Andre 3000. That's why I'm bringing him up. Is Andre talked about the plight of his people, but he wasn't afraid to be experimental. Him and Big Boy, Outkast in general.
Yeah, that's true.
Outkast, you know what I'm saying? But he reminds me of Andre 3000. That's why I'm honing in on Andre. They were so different. And even L.A. Reid, man, there was a video of L.A. Reid on YouTube. He was just like, he didn't even want to sign him. So he had to consult with his team to even consider signing on. He just thought that they were weird, or he just didn't really get it. You know, but there are artists that come along that are trying to push boundaries, man. They're trying to be different. They're trying to broaden people's horizons, man, and change the game. And I think that's what Toby's going for here, man. His group's called The Originals. I think is the name of their group. The album's called Cinco Originals, but I think the name of his whole camp is The Originals. He wants to be original in everything.
Yes, he does.
The aesthetic, the look. When you talked about his wardrobe, Brian, I love that you brought that up and where you went with just sort of his heritage. But it's also minimal, right? It's a minimalistic look and feel. Yeah. Right? I don't need to be flashy. I don't need to have the chains. I don't need all that.
And it's still
beautiful. For you to love what I'm doing and to respect me. Loyalty, right? He's loyal to his family. There's just these certain core values I feel like he has, right? He's loyal to he has his kid, his daughter in a video. I mean, how many rappers you know that's doing that? I'm not saying that hasn't been done, but the way that he's sort of incorporating his family, every aspect is a beautiful thing. These are core elements that human beings, regardless of where you come from, humility, you know, there's a humility in him just appreciating that dude. What he said in here, we didn't even touch on the lyrics because we're just talking about Toby. We didn't really get into the lyrics like we normally do because we just want to show, really talk more so about what his movement is about.
Goal. Yep.
You know, but he said in here, he said he was embarrassed or something about something like when he went into his partner's house and realized that they had a bed frame, meaning I came from sleeping on mattresses on the floor. I didn't have a bed frame. Yep. So he's very aware that he is like when you said he's exhaling now, you know what I'm saying? The first song is called Eat. We're finally maybe eating. Yes. This is our come up. Like he's exhaling and realizing like, I'm so grateful, you know, and you feel it in who he is as a person, how he comes off and just how he directs his content. You feel that, yo, I'm humble and I want, this is bigger than just me. It's ushering in something new and something that really should just be the standard.
It's refreshing too, dude.
You know, it really isn't it interesting that like just being real
is refreshing? Yeah.
Just be real, man. You don't have to put on this front in order, and I get it. Like that's what's making money, man. Just the sort of the lifestyle, you know. But this is just life for everybody, regardless of anybody. The common man can relate to a lot of what he's talking about and what he's on, man. Yep. Because that's at the end of the day, man. They strip away all that shit. You strip away the money, all the cars, and all the material things, man. The things that he is about is what really matters.
That's true, man.
You know? So, salute to Toby, man. Yo, I just want to make sure, man, we want to give my man a good look because we believe in what he's about and what he's doing.
Yes, sir.
Man. So salute to Toby. Salute to his wife. I think his wife's name is Fats, who came in and really turned the track up.
Yeah,
when she came in,
she did. Yeah,
I like Toby, but when she came in, she took it to a different level. Her energy, the Beyonce, you know, the humility is why. Like their whole aesthetic, and this is why Beyonce and Jay and all them dudes are putting them on their playlist like, because they see it.
Yeah, they can
see that wave. We don't ride the wave we created, is what they said. Right? They see the wave coming.
Yes, sir.
I mean, hopefully y'all can catch on to it, man. That's the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm George. That's Ryan Lost to Vegas.
We out.
We out.